She's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review of Love and Hip Hop. This is New York episode, the season 8 episode something. I can't think of what episode it is, but you know, it's the episode from that came on tonight. Well, yesterday, because it's 1:30 in the morning. Y'all won't do this until Tuesday. But I hope everyone had a great day. I am tired. I am hot. It is currently 60 degrees here in Detroit, or in Michigan, or whatever. And I did not cut my heat down. So it wasn't even up, but it was just like on like maybe 75 or whatever, and it's hot as hell in my apartment, and I had the lights on so that y'all can see me. So you know, a bit of suffering for art, but it is what it is. So if y'all hear a little wind, I have the fan blowing on the floor so that I won't be up here melting like I'm crazy. But yeah, I hope everyone had a great Monday and will be enjoying this Tuesday. I think the kids are out of school for, what is it, winter break? Because my nephew was out of school all week. I'm looking like, well, damn, I wish I was off work all week. But you know, it is what it is. My camera looks crooked. It's a tough day. Okay. So the episode starts off and we see Safari basically meeting up with Self and Jackway. And, you know, he's bringing up how he respects Yandy. But he feel like Yandy trying to take over his whole Paradise remix. Now, if we remember, Yandy was only trying to plan the trip to St. Martin and give back that way. When Safari ended up being invited because Remy couldn't go, it was his suggestion that, you know, I have this song, I should go there, you know, and maybe do a remix of it or whatever to be a part of the whole contribution to help or whatnot. So technically it was his idea. It is his song. So I mean, Yandy don't have nothing to do with it, but he felt like she just kind of overstepping her boundaries and trying to, you know, kind of take over it and be in charge of it, and he not for it. So he's saying like he just feel like, you know, she's doing too much and he ain't really for it. So we see the whole thing or whatever. We see a little scene with Anais and Jonathan meeting up, and they honestly don't care about it because, you know, they were meeting up like, oh yeah, we had this hot fight, you know, on the island or whatever. The last fight we had, it lasted 2 years. No, that fight didn't last 2 years because y'all both was put on the show. It was a fake ass fight, whatever. But he was saying how, you know, well, you were a +1 to the event, so I don't see how you was there acting all crazy and want to party. And she was saying like, well, you know, I'm a party girl anyway, so but you was acting all stank like I was just going crazy, and you was sat with Yandy, and that kind of made me feel a certain kind of way because I'm your friend and I feel like, you know, I should be your only friend. Real childish, real high schoolish. Who cares? Because y'all all in your 40s. Girl and boy, bye. Who cares? They both just basically say how she did bring up how she didn't like how people kept bringing up the situation with her and Jackway. Well, then you shouldn't have been in the room with him. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that, but I really didn't even care about this whole scene between him and her because they had these fake arguments, they had these fake makeup scenes just to have a scene, and I'm kind of just over it. You know, we then see Brie and Dream Doll meet up. I could not for the life of me remember Dream Doll's name. I put Baby Doll, Little Doll, Light Skin Doll. I couldn't think what the damn name was. And I kept like, what's her damn name? Girl's Dream Doll is what it is. You know, we see Brie basically telling Dream Doll that she squashed her beef with Mariah, which pissed Dream Doll off because as she said, you know, her only issue in the beginning with Mariah was because of Brie issue with Bianca. So she said she kind of feel like, how you gonna go squash your beef with somebody when the only reason I had issues with them was because of you, and then you squash the beef on your behalf and not on my behalf? Like, that's some bullshit. And you know, it basically some bullshit. So you know it caused issues with my label mate for nothing. You caused issues with your label mate because you inserted yourself in some bullshit that had nothing to do with you because you're young and you're childish. And you know, Brie then say, you know, how you gonna get mad at me for trying to make my grandmother proud and squash my beef, but you not squashing your beef with Bianca? My thing is the beef that Brie and Bianca have beef. Mariah and Dream Doll shouldn't even have to, it shouldn't even matter. The people who need to squash some shit is Bianca and Brie, and that ain't gonna happen. So I feel all this fakery and bullshit of everybody else making up, but y'all avoiding the real issue, which is the issue between Brie and Bianca. It's stupid. I mean, who gives a fuck about Dream and Mariah? You know, I can get Dream being upset, saying I had an argument on your behalf, and now you fixed your shit, and I'm fucked up. But at the end of the day, your shit with Mariah wasn't even real shit, girl. But I was just like, you know, it is what it is. And then I'm like, even for Brie, you end your beef with Mariah, but you won't end the beef with Bianca. You sound how you want to make your grandmother proud. You don't want, you know, any beefs or issues stopping you from getting your money or messing up any deals, but you're still beefing with Bianca. So my thing is, if push come to shove, you're gonna still fight, because if you see Bianca, it's gonna be on site. One of y'all gonna say something dumb. Y'all gonna be fist fighting in the goddamn club, acting dumb. So who cares? But it is what it is. You know, we do see Dream Doll, because Dream Doll leave, and she's kind of upset, but not like too much upset. And she just leaves, you know, whatever, this ain't gonna stop my money. We then see her go talk to her mom. Dream talk to her mom. Now, her mom is young, as she says. Her mother had her very young, so her mom were like sisters. I'm weirded out about the whole my mama like my sister thing when it go too literal. Like, my mom ain't that much older than me either. You know, I'm in my 30s, my mom in her 50s, and she not like my sister. She's my mother, and I respect her dearly. And I don't think your mother should be like your sister. I think she should just be a great mom. Not knocking anyone who was like sisters with their mom. I think that's just weird for me. I love my mom. We had a great relationship. Like, we can hang out. We can talk about whatever. We talked earlier, and she was asking me about the Black China sex tape. Not about what happened, but she just kept on saying, "What does I keep saying about Black China, some tape?" So I had to say, "Well, mine's a sex tape. You know, you don't want to watch it." She's like, "Oh, I just seen something about how it leaked, and I thought that meant that I thought it meant when it leaked, that mean the person posted on their social media." I'm like, "No, mine is not what leaked mean." So you know, it is what it is. Anyway, you know, she talked to her mom, and they said how she's upset because, again, Brie squashed her beef, but I have a beef with Mariah. And her mom basically told her, "Look, you and Mariah can squash y'all beef too." And when Dream said she does not want to have to be friends with Mariah, her mom was truthful and said, "You don't have to be friends with somebody to squash your beef." And that's the thing that I want even Bianca and Brie to understand. Squashing your beef with each other don't mean y'all friends. It just means y'all both can coexist, and there won't be no issue. They acting like if someone isn't right and if someone isn't wrong, then we can't, you know, squash it. And I don't like her, I don't want to be her friend, so we gonna forever have beef. No, you can just say, "Look, we don't rock with each other. I don't like you, you don't like me, but we have no beef. We just don't rock together, and then that's it. And y'all can both coexist and move on about y'all married way. But if every time y'all see each other, y'all beefing and y'all acting like it's dumb, y'all gonna keep losing money." So it is what it is, and I don't really care. Safari and Juju. I want Safari and Juju to be a couple. I really, really do. You know, Safari has invited her out. They have been hanging out a little bit, like friend-wise, and doing this and doing that. But this time, you know, when he come in, when Juju get there, they were at a pottery class. Now, first of all, Safari is sitting there in a full fucking fur coat doing pottery. I mean, hands in the clay and everything, with the smock over the fur coat. You couldn't take the fur coat off, Safari. You had to leave the fur coat on. Man, look, Juju walking like, if I knew he was doing this, I would have, you know, dressed differently. He said, "Well, look at me, I'm in a fur coat." But you don't have to be in a fur coat. You can take it off. Why did, Lord Jesus, it was just funny. So, you know, she sit down and she brings up how she feel like he usually like hang out like friend-wise. She said, "Well, I feel like this was a little different. Like he trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, be extra with it or whatever." So, you know, she sit down and chit chat, and then he said he want to kind of get her advice on something. He kind of brings up the record, the remix of a song, and he like, you know how Yanni can be, you know what I'm saying? And she kind of figure out what he want. She's like, "Oh, you don't want Yanni involved in your stuff or whatever." he said, yeah, because she's kind of taking over. And I feel like, I don't need her to do anything. I never did. But I just don't know what to say to her or to break it down to her. And Juju was like, just be honest with her and just say to her, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I don't need you to do it. I'm going to handle it on my own. And I like how she advised him. And I like how he asked her. He said, I don't know what to say to her. Like, what should I say? It was cool of her helping him and knowing what he needed, but also even better that he wasn't scared to ask her for help. Love it. I want them to be a couple. I want them to get married and have babies, and then she said, he says like, you know what? My mom likes you. She said, he's like, you're a rare breed. My mom likes you. She said, you're the kind of woman that I should bring home. And, you're real dope. And she was like, oh, that's cute. And then I was like, aw. And then she was like, why aren't you looking at me? And he was like, because when I do, you make me blush. I was like, bitch, it's cute to see them. They like each other. They have something about them, and it does not seem fake, and I'm completely here for it. I feel like this is what love and hip-hop should be. It should be organic situations, people being put in situations and things happening, yes, but no one being forced to like someone. Like, I don't believe Cayenne and Jackway relationship too much, but I would completely believe Safaree and Juju. I love it. So yeah, it was cute. We then see Safaree. It was Safaree, Jackway, Brie, and Mariah Lynn, and they basically meet up to do a goddamn We Are the World Part 2. They're meeting up to do the Paradise remix, and someone asked, where Yandy at? And then he said, she not here. I booked the studio. This on me. She had nothing to do with it. We gonna do this on our own. And I'm like, well, okay. So they each do their part. Safaree do his part. Then came Brie. Then came Jackway with the little chorus part. Then came Mariah Lynn. I have to admit, the song is hot. I hate to admit it. I really hate to admit it. No, I don't. That's not nice. Because we've heard Brie spit and she's good. And I think when Mariah Lynn is in her pocket, when she's not trying to be, once upon a time I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it. I think when she's really trying to rap, she sounds good. And the four of them together, it wasn't shitty. It was really good. Now, Jackway, a couple times he didn't hit them notes. It was cool. It was good, for a raw version. But we know, what I'm saying, y'all should get back in the studio and have him redo it so that he can hit them high notes he tried to hit. But it was overall, out of 100, I give it a solid 80. You know what I'm saying? For what it was. For a raw, uncut remix to a song, them, going one by one. It seemed like they shot it in one scene. Keyword seems. I liked it. I would listen to that song in my car, like on the way home from work. Okay, I wouldn't buy the single at the store, but if it's on Tidal, I would stream it. Absolutely, I liked it. So it was really cool. We then see Jackway meeting up with Cayenne, because Cayenne's still upset with him about the whole him and Anais being in the hotel room and Anais showing him her coochie, but he said he didn't sleep with her. And it's weird to me because he is basically begging Cayenne to forgive him for basically spending the night with a bitch and the girl showing him her coochie. But he couldn't even think or fathom the idea of forgiving or working things out or even having a conversation with Sophia the Body, and she just took a dog from somebody. Like, she wasn't even really with someone, and she was working with Jay. Wait, where the fuck? Sophia and James are been gone for I don't know how did they just disappear? Lord Jesus. You win some, you lose some, you live to fight another day. But yeah, I'm like, you begging Cayenne to forgive you for some bullshit that what you did to me is worse than what Sophia did. She was working with someone and it pissed you off, and because someone lied to you or told you that she liked him and you believed them, and then because the guy who liked her gave her a dog, you made it seem as if she was out here slutting her coochie. She did go with that man and they did have sex. Can't tell me they didn't. But again, before she went to James with the dog because you kicked her out, you wouldn't even talk to her, but you want Cayenne to forgive you for letting the bitch show you her coochie, and you then slept in the same room with this girl. Y'all might not have had sex that you say, but still, I'm looking like, it's kind of hypocritical to me. But, you know, it's neither here nor there. He said how he won't do it again, how he's sorry. And she said, you know, saying sorry but not changing is stupid. So, you know, you can't do it again. I'm going to be mad at you if you do. And then, you know, she said saying sorry without change means nothing, which I completely agree with. You know, then she said she has a list of things that he would need to do in order to, like, be with her. And I'm like, girl, what? Hold on, Lord Jesus. I had to cut one of them goddamn lights off. It was too hot. Anywho, she had a list of things that she wanted him to say he would do, or things wouldn't change. You know, not lying, not entertaining any chicks, or doing stuff just to get at her, not doing anything behind her back that he wouldn't do in her face. Now, when she said, you know, not entertaining any chicks because you need to know they're going to try to get at you just to get at me, who does she think she is? I mean, she's a pretty girl, you know. I don't think that many people checking for either one of them currently. You know what I'm saying? Not currently. She was really talking like he the hottest thing on the streets, or like she had so many females hating her that they gonna try to fuck him just to piss her off. And I was like, girl, look, if it's that difficult, you need to either just stop. I just can't stop. You know, it's what it is. You know, she then tells him to raise his hand and to solemnly swear, and say dead ass, I'm dead ass about Cayenne. That is the most New York shit I've ever seen. I ain't even from New York. I'm dead ass, I'm about, girl, bye. Okay, whatever. We then see Mariah meet with Bianca, and she basically tells Bianca that her and Brie squash their beef. Bianca pissed about it. Bianca thinks it's a bunch of bullshit and fuckery, and this is the reason why Bianca will continue to stay at the level she's at, because she's so angry. And the thing is, I don't get why Bianca is so against anyone dealing with Brie or it's just too much. Why are you worried about the next bitch and what she doing and who ain't got beef with her? Worry about your own shit, Bianca. Bianca is so talented, but she is so blinded by her anger, her aggression, and her aggressive behavior. Is stupid. Girl is so goddamn stupid. And Mariah is saying, like, you know, when me squashing my beef with Brie does not mean that I'm friends with Brie. It just means I squash my beef with her, and that's strictly it. You know, I'm not her friend or whatever. And, you know, Bianca saying how it isn't easy for her to quickly end her beef with Brie, saying how you went to the island and y'all squashed y'all stuff over a couple days or whatever. But me and this girl done had beef for 1-2 years, so it ain't that easy for me. Look, my thing is, if I don't know you, if we don't interact with each other, we don't have beef. We don't rock with each other. I'm not finna sit here and actively have to hate someone. I don't want to sit here and actively have to not like somebody and worry about you talking to her too. I don't like you then. I don't have time for that shit. When you about your money, about your business, about your paper, you not worried about the next bitch. I'm not worried about nobody else doing nothing. Bianca is too concerned with everything else except doing what she need to do to make it, and that's her problem. And, you know, I'm like, girl, whatever. You know, Mariah then also suggests, you know, we did this whole remix thing to the Paradise thing, maybe you can get on it. I can talk to Safari and get you on here, you know, it'd be cool. And Bianca, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, I'm not sure about it, you know, I'll figure it out, but I don't know yet. We then see that Brie brings Mariah and Dream together. Now, when they first sitting there, you know, Mariah on one side, Brie on the other side. I mean, Mariah's on one side, Dream on the other side, Brie's in the middle of them, and she kind of looking back for like, all right, you know, you guys can talk, have a conversation. And they both was kind of at first sitting, it was really, really awkward. I'm like, if they start fighting again, I'm just gonna throw my whole TV out the goddamn window. And they both start talking. We see how they both say they went too far. They both say they used to be cool. They both say that they said things that they should not have said. They both say they should not have brought up the other one's mother. So they basically both apologized to each other for doing the exact same thing to each other. And that was basically it. But I do feel a certain kind of way that everyone is making up, but no one is including Bianca. I just think that's weird. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I think it's weird is because she's the issue. Not even the issue, but she's a part of the issue. You know, the issue is her and Brie. So I'm looking like everybody trying to kumbaya, but nobody trying to get just them two to kumbaya. Someone needs to get Brie and Bianca in a room together with no one else. No one else. Put them two in between some prison glass windows so they can't fight each other. And all they have is that little circle in the middle. Put holes in there. Put them bitches in a damn classroom so they can't get to one another and have them just sit and talk. And if at that point they can't squash their beef, then leave them separate forever. Okay? Don't nobody try to put them together. Don't nobody try to make them be friends. Don't nobody try to put them on the same record. Don't you invite them to the same goddamn club. Leave them hoes separate if they can't act like they got some goddamn sense. And that's my point of view. Yeah. Jackway's video shoot. Jackway video shoot was a goddamn ass shaking video, and that's basically what it was. But he had Cayenne come down there too, and I don't know why, because she wasn't in the video, but I guess it's because it's a girlfriend or whatever. So she come down there, and then the next thing we see Anais walk up. So Cayenne then invited Anais to the the video shoot so that she can figure out what really happened with Anais and Jackway both there, saying, you know, Jackway said this is what happened, but how do I know what he's saying is true? I need to hear both sides of the story. Okay, you say so. You know, she asked Anais, you know, if what happened. She said we was chilling out, smoking hookah. You know, he fell asleep. It was what it was. We ain't do nothing. When she then said, well, what about you showing him your coochie? And she was like, what? You told her? What? Trying to play dumb. She then said, you know, that's what I do sometimes. But he wasn't the only one there. It was someone else there. So it wasn't as if it was just me and him doing this. Honey, Cayenne then says, that's what you do as a married woman? She's like, me being married ain't got nothing to do with me being sexy. But you should not be out showing your coochie. But whatever. Cayenne then says, you almost risked me. You know, I'm a gem. She's garbage. Why would you risk that for some garbage? You know what I'm saying? That's garbage. We know they say garbage can, not garbage cannot. I'm looking like, why she garbage? Like, yo dude was with her. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period. So what you trying to make it seem as if she's the trash box? He a goddamn trash box too, because he was there and he was pissed off because you was a fucking trash box and acting a complete plum de fool on that goddamn beach. Cayenne and her attitude gets on my nerves too. I don't know who she thinks she is. I think she's trying to make herself be not the Cardi B, maybe the Erica Mena, maybe the, I don't know. She trying to make herself be somebody, and I don't know who, and I don't like it. I just think no one wants Jackway. So you consistently having these situations and these arguments with females over him, girl, fuck him. We don't care. Anais is like, you know, her calling me garbage is crazy. You know, I ain't got time for this. And she basically leaves, and then her attitude fucked up, and I don't like her. So it is what it is. I don't really care. Again, when is the season over? When is it over? Can someone let me know when the fuck is over? I just don't know. You know, we then see Mariah and Safari meet up. So basically Mariah is there to ask him if he will let Bianca be on the record. And, you know, she came in like a velvet dress. I'm like, what the? Mariah clothes sometimes confuses me. But anyway, you know, when she suggests, you know, Bianca be on the track, he said, well, she want to be on it? Excuse me, considering the fact that Brie is on it. And she said, yeah, I talked to her about it. And she sounded like she was okay with it, but she coming here, so, you know, we'll talk to her. Honey, Bianca come in there in some goddamn purple hair, and she basically say she came down there just to show Mariah what it feels like to be betrayed. Saying, you know, she went and made up with her, and I don't like that, and that betrayed me. So I told her, yes, I would do it, only to come down here knowing I wasn't going to do it. So Safari like, what you come down here for? She said in her confessional. So when she said, well, I don't want to be on the record, you know, because Brie on, that's the fake ass shit. I don't rock with her, and if she on it, I ain't going to be on it. And then he then said, well, why you come here? She's like, oh, I just wanted to, you know, let her know I didn't want to do it in her face. And then when Mariah then tried to talk to Bianca, Safari said, no, you know, she has a big mind of her own, and, you know, she don't want to do it. It's fine. She then say, well, yeah, because you got a big ass head. She just started kind of insulting Safari. And he like, what the fuck is wrong with her? He's like, you know what? My studio is real peaceful. You know, you can go home and go ahead and leave because it doesn't matter. Bianca then says, that's all right because he hook up with whack bitches anyway. So, you know, y'all all some whack bitches. I'm looking like, again, that is the reason Bianca will consistently be in the same space because she consistently do the same bullshit. And you, one, saying Safari always with some whack bitches, technically, you don't be with nobody. So wouldn't that make you whack too? I'm not gonna go there. Anyway, I think she was dead ass wrong for coming there and just kind of putting down the other cast members because, again, y'all all in the same boat. Y'all also nobodies, if you ask me. All y'all trying to get to a level of being someone. And Bianca got this attitude that's fucked up. I don't know if she's still in that same fucked up place currently, but while she on the show, she's in a fucked up place and it's making her look fucked up. So it is what it is. We see a little scene where Jonathan and Anais is talking, and it was like ice skating or whatever. And basically she say how, you know, she's sad that Ruben moved out, how she's sad without her husband, and how she does not like the fact that her kids could possibly live how she lived, meaning her parents split up. And she does not want her kids to have the experience living with her parents split up. And I say to myself, but you was out here living like a single woman. You was out here living like you was ready to risk it all for rich little dick self. And now that you got what you wanted, you realize it ain't what you really wanted. But you can't be upset as if you didn't literally put yourself in this position. You actively kept telling that man how you didn't want to be at home. You don't care. Y'all can get divorced. I can find any man to support me. And then you did dumb shit. You got caught in some dumb shit. And now you're having to lay in the bed you made. Girl, bye. Last scene. Bianca go meet up with DJ Webstar. I'm not for this chicken noodle soup reunion because I'm like, why out the blue she meeting with him? Like, do she have nobody else to shoot with? And the scene was weird because they arguing first about some shit that went on back in the chicken noodle soup days. And she said how he took some deal despite her. And he said, well, yeah, because I was young and dumb. I didn't own the business, so I took the deal because I wanted the money. I didn't know anything. So that was one part of the argument. Then she says how, you know, well, the reason me and Brie be beefing is because you pit us against each other. You made it a competition and you kept pumping into her head that she was better than me, that she could rap better than me, that I thought, you know, you told her these things about me, which made her hate me, and y'all was both talking bullshit about me, and I'm mad. Then they both yelling at each other. Now, I don't have any goddamn idea what they yelled at each other because they were just consistently yelling. And for me, it was a waste of a fucking scene. I hate any scene where everyone is talking so loud, it's as if nothing happened. And it was as if nothing happened because she then walked away saying, I'm done with this. He said, well, I'm done with this too. And then she left walking out down the street in a goddamn fur coat in the rain. Jesus, fix it. I need this season to hurry up and go the fuck off. I'm ready for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I'm ready for that goddamn beauty bar show. I'm ready for any show besides Love and Hip Hop New York. The shit is just stupid. They need to recast the whole goddamn thing. They can possibly keep Anais because she is funny. She hurts my nerves, but she's funny. And that's about it. So other than that, I'm Jay Lee. This is Jaylee's Corner. Lord Jesus. Damn, it is Jaylee's Corner. I am Jay Lee. This is Jaylee's Corner. I'm tired, people, because it is 2 a.m. Peace.